Have you ever wondered why your tiny sweet American Staffordshire Terrier puppy seems to possess the jaw strength of a mini alligator whenever they playfully bite your hands, ankles, or favorite clothing items during playtime? It is a startling experience that catches many new owners completely off guard, because these little guys have a massive amount of crushing power hidden inside their adorable, wrinkly faces. Hi, welcome back to Paw and Order. My name is Carl, and today we are diving deep into the fascinating biological reasons behind this intense puppy behavior, while giving you a fresh, highly effective strategy to fix it. These dogs are genetically built with incredibly dense jaw muscles, broad skulls, and a natural terrier drive that makes them interact with the world entirely through their mouths. If you are totally ready to understand your pup's brain and want simple, step-by-step solutions to teach them gentle mouth control, without using fear or punishment, you are in the perfect place. The very first biological reason your American Staffordshire Terrier puppy bites, with such shocking force, is rooted in their developmental anatomy, and the grueling process of teething that occurs during their first few months of life. Just like human infants, young puppies go through an incredibly uncomfortable stage, where 28 razor-sharp milk teeth are actively pushing their way out through their sensitive, inflamed gum tissue. This constant physical pressure creates a nagging ache inside their jaws, and the only way a puppy can find temporary relief from this throbbing pain is by gnawing hard on solid objects. Because AmStaffs naturally possess much thicker jaw structures and denser bone alignment than most other dog breeds, their standard exploratory chewing automatically delivers double the physical pressure. When they target your soft skin, clothing, or furniture, they are not trying to hurt you at all, they are simply desperate to soothe their aching mouths. Another massive piece of the puzzle is a critical behavioral concept, known as bite inhibition, which is the learned ability for a dog to completely control the physical pressure of their jaws when using their mouth. When puppies are living together with their mother and littermates in their earliest weeks, they spend hours playing a fun game of wrestling and exploratory play biting with one another. If a puppy bites their brother or sister way too hard during a game, the injured sibling will let out a piercing, high-pitched yelp and instantly stop playing the game altogether. This immediate social consequence teaches the biting puppy an incredibly valuable lesson: if I clamp down too hard with my jaws, the fun game ends, and I lose my playmates. However, because AmStaff puppies are naturally robust, thick-skinned, and highly resilient animals, they can tolerate much rougher play styles with their littermates than a fragile toy breed could ever handle. This means they often arrive in their new human homes without realizing just how incredibly fragile and sensitive human skin actually is compared to puppy fur. It is entirely up to you to continue this essential education by teaching them where your personal physical boundaries lie. To tackle this intense mouthing behavior successfully, your first actionable step is to establish a clear, non-negotiable rule that human skin and clothing are absolutely never allowed to touch your puppy's teeth during any interaction. Whenever you are sitting on the floor playing with your AmStaff, and you feel those sharp puppy teeth make any physical contact with your hands, you must immediately send a clear signal. Let out a calm, sharp verbal marker like, "ouch," or a short, crisp yelp to mark the exact moment they made a mistake, mimicking the response of their littermates. The very instant you make this sound, completely remove your hands from their reach, stand up calmly, turn your back to the dog, and cross your arms tightly. By completely cutting off your eye contact, your voice, and your physical presence for a brief 15 seconds, you are teaching them a powerful lesson. Your puppy will quickly realize that the exact second they choose to use their teeth on your skin, all the fun, attention, and love in the room disappears. This simple omission of attention is a highly professional training technique that works beautifully with this people-pleasing breed. Once those 15 seconds of complete silence and isolation have passed, you must immediately transition into the next vital step, which is redirecting their intense chewing energy onto an appropriate, durable toy. Turn back around to face your AmStaff puppy, offer them a high-quality rubber chew toy, a thick rope, or a frozen nylon bone, and encourage them to bite that item instead. The very moment their jaws clamp down happily onto the approved toy, instead of your skin, praise them with an incredibly warm, loving tone of voice and keep the game moving. This dual approach ensures you are not just telling your intelligent dog what not to do, but you are actively teaching them exactly what they should do to satisfy their drive. It is highly beneficial to keep a variety of interesting chew toys scattered throughout your living spaces, so you can easily grab one the moment your pup gets overly excited. By consistently swapping your hands for a durable toy, your dog will naturally learn that toys are for hard biting, while human skin must always be treated with extreme gentleness. You must also recognize that a shocking increase in hard puppy biting is very frequently a direct symptom of severe physical exhaustion, or an overtired brain that desperately needs structured sleep. Much like toddlers who throw massive, chaotic tantrums when they are past their bedtime, an AmStaff puppy that has been awake for too long completely loses all internal impulse control. A healthy, growing puppy actually requires anywhere from 18 to 20 hours of deep, restful sleep every single day to support their rapidly developing bodies and minds. If your pup has been running around the house for over an hour, and suddenly starts lunging wildly at your face, ankles, or furniture with relentless biting, they are likely exhausted. Instead of scolding them or trying to force them to listen to commands, calmly guide them to their quiet, darkened crate or designated sleeping area for a mandatory nap. Provide them with a safe, soothing chew item to help them wind down, close the door, and let them rest peacefully, without any household distractions. You will be amazed to see that after a solid 2-hour nap, your wild little land shark transforms back into a sweet companion. Providing specialized mental stimulation games is another brilliant, unique way to satisfy your AmStaff's natural working drives, while significantly reducing their desire to use your body as a giant chew toy. Because this breed possesses a highly analytical mind, and a rich working history, simply walking them on a leash around the block is never enough to keep their brain content. If their intellect is not actively engaged in structured tasks, they will quickly invent their own fun games, which almost always involve chewing up your expensive shoes, or biting your hands. Try serving all their daily meals inside interactive food puzzle toys, snuffle mats, or tough rubber toys filled with wet food, and frozen solid overnight. Licking and chewing on a frozen puzzle toy releases a wave of calming hormones inside your puppy's brain, effectively lowering their heart rate and soothing their inflamed gums simultaneously. This constructive activity burns up an immense amount of mental energy, leaving your puppy feeling completely satisfied, relaxed, and far less likely to seek out destructive outlets. It turns mealtime into a brilliant training tool that actively promotes peaceful behavior inside your home. Teaching a highly reliable leave it command provides you with a phenomenal proactive tool that stops a hard-biting puppy in their tracks before their teeth can ever make contact with your skin or clothes. This simple exercise builds a massive amount of self-control inside your AmStaff's brain, teaching them that walking away from an item they want is the best way to earn a reward. Start by placing a low-value dog treat inside your closed fist, holding it out to your puppy, and allowing them to sniff, lick, and paw at your fingers. Remain completely still and quiet, ignoring their frantic attempts to get the food, until the exact second they choose to back away and look at your face. The precise millisecond they choose to disengage from your hand, make your success sound yes, and reward them with a much higher value treat, like fresh chicken, from your opposite hand. With consistent practice, your puppy learns that ignoring a temptation unlocks incredible prizes, allowing you to easily use the verbal cue, leave it, whenever they lunge toward your ankles. Another highly effective lifestyle adjustment is managing your puppy's immediate environment through the strategic use of baby gates, exercise pens, and short training leashes to prevent bad biting habits from forming. If you allow your young AmStaff puppy to have complete, unsupervised freedom across your entire home, they will constantly find opportunities to practice naughty behaviors like chasing family members or chewing cords. By placing your pup inside a spacious exercise pen in the main living room, you create a beautiful, controlled environment where they can safely play with their approved toys. If you want to sit inside the pen to bond with your dog, you can easily do so knowing that the very second they start biting too hard, you can step over the gate. This physical barrier allows you to execute your 15-second timeout perfectly, without having to chase your dog around the room, which puppies often mistake for a fun game. It keeps your training completely clean, structured, and entirely stress-free for both you and your growing animal. Consistency across every single person who interacts with your American Staffordshire Terrier puppy is the ultimate absolute secret to completely extinguishing hard-biting behaviors in a short period of time. If you are working incredibly hard to enforce the "no teeth on skin" rule, but your spouse or children allow the puppy to growl and chew on their hands during playtime, your pup will become deeply confused. Dogs do not understand situational context. They cannot comprehend why biting is perfectly fine with one human, but results in a lonely timeout with another handler. Sit down with every single member of your household, including regular visitors, and establish a unified game plan with identical verbal cues and physical reactions. When your puppy realizes that every single human on the planet reacts with the exact same calm, boring timeout, whenever teeth touch skin, they will abandon the behavior rapidly. This structural predictability makes your young dog feel incredibly safe, secure, and confident, because the rules of their world never randomly shift or change. It is also highly beneficial to ensure your AmStaff puppy receives plenty of safe, fully supervised socialization opportunities with well-behaved, fully vaccinated adult dogs who excel at teaching polite manners. Experienced adult dogs are absolute masters at delivering perfectly measured, non-harmful behavioral corrections that teach a reckless puppy to respect personal space and control their jaw pressure. If your puppy approaches an older, balanced dog with too much chaotic energy, or attempts to bite their ears roughly, the adult will deliver a sharp, authoritative growl or air snap. This natural canine communication teaches your puppy that rude behavior results in an immediate social correction, helping them develop a deep sense of social awareness. Always avoid chaotic, unregulated environments like public dog parks, where aggressive or untrained animals could potentially traumatize your sensitive puppy or teach them highly inappropriate behaviors. Instead, arrange controlled playdates with trusted family pets, or enroll your pup in a professional, well-supervised puppy socialization class led by a certified force-free trainer. Always remember to celebrate and heavily reward the beautiful moments when your American Staffordshire Terrier puppy actively chooses to exhibit calm, gentle behavior completely on their own without being asked. Many well-meaning owners fall into the negative trap of only paying attention to their puppy when they are misbehaving, completely ignoring them when they are lying down quietly on their bed. If your pup learns that the only way to get your eyes on them is by biting your shoes or nipping your pants, they will purposely perform those actions just to get attention. Whenever you catch your young AmStaff resting peacefully, chewing nicely on their own toy, or looking up at you with calm eyes, calmly drop a delicious treat between their paws. This continuous positive reinforcement teaches them that being peaceful and quiet is actually the most profitable, rewarding job they can possibly hold inside your household. By fully committing to these simple communication steps, providing ample teething relief, and maintaining absolute emotional control, you will successfully guide your powerful AmStaff puppy through this challenging land shark phase. You are not just stopping a temporary nuisance behavior, you are actively building a profound foundation of mutual trust, clear communication, and deep respect that will last a lifetime. The tiny, mouthy puppy you are patiently guiding today will rapidly transform into a magnificent, well-mannered, and incredibly gentle adult dog that represents the very best of their breed. Thank you so much for spending your valuable time hanging out with me today here at Paw and Order. I am Carl, and I truly hope this unique guide brings immense peace to your training journey. Do not forget to love your companion fiercely, stay perfectly consistent with your daily boundaries, and I look forward to seeing all of you guys in our very next video guide.